You can make more friends in only 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. This statement is from Dale Carnegie, the author of the timeless classic book that has transformed countless lives. You guessed it right, we are discussing the influential book How to Win Friends and Influence People. No matter if you're a student, an employee, a partner, a YouTuber, or whomever else, you need to watch this video to improve your relationship with anyone you communicate with and become more attractive. Hey everyone, this is May and here is Boom Boom Book, a place in which we talk about book summaries and key lessons. Today we are diving into the best book on human relations, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. At the end of this video, you'll be able to improve your social skills, become a more attractive person, persuade others to do favors for you, and control others' behavior and mindset toward you. Let's unlock the secrets to social success. This book has 4 parts. Part 1: How to deal with people effectively. Principle number 1: don't criticize, blame, or complain. We all know how easy it is to find fault in others, but Carnegie teaches us that criticism only breeds defensiveness. Instead, he encourages us to approach people with empathy and understanding. Scientists have found that rewarding and paying attention to the good behaviors have more effect on changing direction rather than bad ones, so we can build stronger relationships and inspire positive change in others by focusing on their positive aspects instead of criticizing them. Principle number 2: give honest and sincere appreciation. Carnegie emphasizes the importance of acknowledging people's efforts and achievements frankly. By recognizing others' contributions, we boost their self-esteem and motivation. This simple act of appreciation can work wonders in creating a harmonious and productive environment. So, try to make people feel important and treat them in a way you want to be treated by others. Principle number 3: pay attention to people's interests. The only way to influence others is to talk about what they want and show them how to get it. Carnegie encourages us to understand people's desires and motivations. By showing genuine interest in their aspirations, we can establish deeper connections and create win-win situations. This principle empowers us to become effective influencers without resorting to manipulation or coercion. Part 2: how to attract others. This part includes 5 rules to attract everyone and make them like you. Rule number 1: smile. A smile is a universal language that transcends barriers. Carnegie emphasizes the power of a genuine smile in creating a positive atmosphere and putting others at ease. Smile has a great impact on the first impression and can make you instantly attractive to others. Rule number 2: remember the other person's name. A person's name is the most charming sound to them. When you call others by their names, it makes them feel unique and important. If you forget others' names, they might perceive that you don't care about them. Thus, use people's names multiple times in the conversation to make them feel special and therefore interested in you. But be careful to use it in place and avoid overusing it to sound more natural. Rule number 3: be a good and active listener. Ask others to talk about their favorite topic, their feelings, the challenges they face in life, and listen carefully when they talk. You can also give helpful and inspirational comments if needed. Rule number 4: make others feel respected and important. Let others know you know their importance and make them feel good about themselves. The secret of making people addicted to you is to make them feel delighted when they're around you. And rule number 5: become genuinely interested in other people and their interests. People are not interested in our lives. They are interested in themselves and their own lives and interests. So let them talk about themselves instead of constantly talking about yourself and your achievements and values. Hence, before meeting someone, ask and research about their interests and goals and talk about how you can get them close to their goals. Part 3: how to convince people to do what you want. Here are 10 rules to win people to your way of thinking. Rule number 1: the only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. Because if you lose an argument, you lose it. And if you win an argument, you'll lose it again. Since the other person will become defensive and both sides of an argument will become stronger on their point of view. So what to do in this situation? First thing first, Try your best to avoid arguments, and if it starts, in order to reduce your opponent's defensiveness, you should control your temper, try to focus on the areas you both agree on, and listen to your opponent's point of view carefully and without resistance. Rule number 2. Start in a friendly way. Instead of complaining, try to appreciate the good aspects, and ask your request politely and respectfully. Rule 3. If you made a mistake, admit it immediately. And if others make a mistake, don't mention it directly. You might ask why. Well, because if you tell a person they're wrong, you hurt their sense of pride and they will start to defend their opinion, even if they were unsure about it at the first place. However, your positive approach disarms your opponents and they would be more likely to admit their mistakes. On the other hand, if you are wrong, admit it quickly. By admitting immediately and willingly, you'll make the other person feel important and understood, so they're more likely to accept your apology and no longer they need to criticize you to feel important, and eventually you'll win. Rule 4. Get the other person to say yes, yes instantly. It means to start with a question that the other person will say yes. Start asking questions from the areas that you both agree on will result in a positive answer for your next question. Rule number 5. Let the other person talk. Letting the other part of a conversation talk and listening to them carefully make them feel heard, and they will be more willing to listen to your point of view after they had enough time to express themselves. Rule 6. Change your perspective and try to see things from the other person's point of view. Everyone is thirsty for empathy, and when we start seeing things from the other's perspective and understand them, they won't act defensive anymore, and they will appreciate our side and see things from our point of view. Seeing things from the other person's point of view, trying to solve their problems, and explaining how you can help them is the most helpful action that obligates them to solve our problems. Keep this golden statement in your mind. Before trying to persuade someone to do something for you, ask yourself, how can I make this person want to do it? So next time you want something from someone, think and talk about the benefits it has for them, not only your personal benefits. Rule 7. Let others feel that the idea is theirs. People love their ideas. Considering others' ideas make them feel smart and valued. Therefore, ask for the other person's ideas and suggestions to avoid defensiveness in discussions and count your opinions valid. Rule 8. Appeal to people's moral motives. The bigger picture for many people tapping into their ideals will be more of a motivating factor than any direct personal benefits. So remember, appeal to others' highest values and use this tip to persuade them to do what you want. Rule 9. Dramatize your ideas. Try to caption attention as much as possible. To do this, you can visualize your ideas. For instance, point out the cost, size, speed, and use the statistics. Rule 10. Create a challenge. When motivation doesn't work, create competition. The one major factor that motivates people is the work itself. If the work is exciting and interesting, people look forward to doing a good job. A little competition can be good to get people energized. If you need to motivate people and you have tried sincere compliments, showing empathy, and helping people feel heard, then you might want to try stimulating those competitive juices. To arouse their desire for feeling superior, here are some ideas to create challenge in workplace. Set up a scoreboard for leads, have an idea competition, and track sales numbers. And the last part, how to change people without being offensive. As you know, we cannot change people just by criticizing and nagging. The only way to change someone's manner and attitude is to change our behavior toward them. The question is, how should we behave toward others in order to change and control their actions? Here are 5 tips on changing people without giving offense. Number 1. Begin with praise and honest appreciation. This strategy disarms the other part of the conversation and they'll be more open to your criticism afterwards. Think of a person who has recently praised your work. What was your opinion about that person after receiving praise? Think back to a teacher or boss who regularly praise your work. How does that teacher or that boss compare to other teachers and bosses? Remember to praise every improvement, even the slightest one. Number 2. Point out people's mistakes indirectly. Talk about your own mistakes before criticizing the other person, and afterward, make their fault easy to correct by encouraging and showing them the possible solutions. Number 3. Give person a fine title so that they would try their best to keep that title and not lose it. If you want to improve something about a person, act as though that trait was one of his impressive characteristics. Believe me, it works wonder. Number 4. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. When you want a favor from someone, if you ask it in a question form politely rather than giving commands, they are more likely to accept it. Number 5. And the last tip. Make the other person happy about doing the thing you suggest. As we said before, keep the other party's interest in mind, and when you want them to act in a certain way, tell them why you want the action up front and talk about the benefit it has for both of you. Here is a mind map summary of the book. Tell me in the comment section which book you want to be summarized in the next video. Like if you find this video helpful and subscribe for more content like this. Goodbye!